So as you can see here, whenever I am scrolling to the end of this page is being filled with more and more content continuously. So this type of page is called as the infinite loading page. Whenever I am scrolling to the end of the page, it is fetching data from the server and displaying it on my screen. So how to make it? So guys, this is very simple, and let me show you how you can do it. So right now we are on the REPL, and I will create a new REPL. I will select HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and I will change the title of this project to be, what you can say, loading page. Loading page. And now I will create this REPL, and the REPL is being created. It's a little bit slow, but that's all right. Now I will clear all these things right here, and I will clear this hello world. Okay, now I will, as you can see here, it is pretty much empty right here. So I will create, some content to scroll. So I will create a h3 tag, or you can say I will create something like h5 tag. Okay, and now I will bring some content for that h5 tag. I will copy everything right here, and I will just press Ctrl+C, and after that I will just paste everything here like this. Okay, and now I will just save it, and we got our content right here. Okay, now I would like to create 2 more elements here. So I will create one more, you can say h6 tag, maybe h6 tag like this, and I will give it ID of you can say content like this. Now I will create the second tag, and it will also be an h6 tag like this, and I will give it the ID as, you can say, load. Okay, now we come on the main stuff. So guys, I want you guys to know these 2 things first. The first one is that whatever the rectangle that you are seeing here is called as the window, and it has a particular height. It has some height, and that is called as the window height. And the second thing is the height of this page. You can see this from top to this bottom. This is called as a page height. Okay, so the logic behind infinitely loading page is whenever I reach the end of the page, the content should load. Or you can say that whenever I reach, whenever the sum of this, window height and whatever the height scrolled by the user, the sum of those two, when the sum of those two become greater than or equal to the total height of the page, then we would like to load some more content. Okay, so let's write this logic in form of some JavaScript. Okay, so first of all, I would like to invoke an event, the event of scroll, because everything is related to scroll here. Whenever the user will be scrolling to the end of the page, then I will have to load more content. So what I will do here is write here document dot add event listener. Definitely we would like to add some event listener to this particular document. So document dot add event listener, and the name of the event is scroll. And whenever this event happens, I would like to check some conditions. So I will be doing that in the form of a function. So I will write here function like this, and after that in this function I will check the condition. Okay, so the condition was, as discussed earlier, window dot you can say the height of this window, and that is called as the inner height plus the the, what you can say, first of all, this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. So you can say window dot scroll y, whenever the user scrolls along the y-axis, so whatever the height he have scrolled is given by window dot scroll y. And whenever the sum of these two become greater than or equal to the sum of this height of this page, sum of the height of this document, so you can say here, or we can write here document dot offset height. Okay, and whenever this condition becomes true, what we will do is we would like to first of all show here a loading indication. So we can do this by putting some loading message right in this particular h6 tag. So we can do that by accessing this element by document dot get element by id. Okay, and what's the name of this particular id? It was load, and we'll be changing its inner HTML with this loading message. Okay, and after that we would like to load the content, and for that I will be running a function. I will be passing here a function. So I will say load more content. So this is a function which I will define later, but right now I have passed the function here. So now let's define the function. So I will write function and load more content like this, and in here what I will be doing is if you will go on this YouTube website, and when you scroll to the end of the page, you can see that the video is being loaded, and these videos are coming from the server. Okay, and which is the part of the backend. But right now we are here concerned with the front end. Okay, so we want to replicate this particular feature of whenever we are going to the end of the page, we are getting some content after some time, after a particular amount of time. So we will replicate this particular thing by using functions like set interval, or you can say set timeout. So I will be using here set timeout like this, and in here I will you can say pass a function, okay, like this, and in this function I will be creating the content that I want to render at the end of this page. Okay, so first of all I will create a constant like this, and I will give it a name as you can say newly or something like that. You can give whatever you want, and after that I will be writing here document dot create element. I will be creating an element, and its name will be you can say h6 like this. Okay, it's all about the size. You can give h5, h3, h2, h1, whatever the size you want. Okay, so now my battery is low, but that's fine, that's all right. Okay, so now I will be giving this newly created element as the name, as a class, some class name. So I'll be writing here newly dot class name is equal to the whatever you want, but right now I want to give it you can say NQ. Whatever you want you can give. I am giving here NQ. Okay, now I would like to give this particular newly created element some text content. So I will be doing that by by writing newly dot text content. Now whatever you want you can write in this, but right now I'm copying some random text from here. So I have pasted some content here. Okay, so now what I would like to do is to append this newly created element to this particular h6 tag that we created earlier. So what I will do is I will first of all access that h6 element with content and id. So I will write document dot get element by id, and the name of the id was you can say content. Okay, and I will be append this newly created element with the help of the append function. Okay, append child function. So I will write append child like this, and I will write the name of the element. So guys, that's it from the side of logic. As far as the script is concerned, JavaScript is concerned, we are done with all the coding part. And now I will save this particular thing. Okay, the page is loaded, and now let's scroll to the end of this page. Let's see, is anything happening? As you can see here, the syntax of this set timeout is wrong, so I will have to just change it to set capital timeout. And now I will run this. Okay, so now I will go to the end of this page. I will scroll to the end of this page and it's loading, and yeah, we are getting the content. As you can see here, loading, and we are getting the content. Now this content is very small, so I would like to increase the size of this content. So I would like to say h4. Okay, and now I saved it. Okay, now I'll scroll. It's loading, and yeah, it's coming. It's still a little bit small, so I would like to give h2 right here. Ctrl plus S, and guys, I will scroll. It's loading, and yeah, we are getting the content. It's loading, we are getting the content. It's loading, we are getting the content. It's loading, and we are getting the content. And you can see when I am not scrolling to the end of the page, this no content is being loaded. And as soon as I reach the end of the page, you see more content is loading. So guys, this is all about the infinitely loading page. So guys, that's it from my side.